Max had always been a bright and curious child, but as he grew older, he began to prioritize his hobbies over his studies. His love for video games and TV shows consumed him, and he found himself spending hours in front of the screen every day. His grades started slipping, and he began to receive warnings from his teachers and parents. Despite the consequences of his actions, Max continued to neglect his studies. He was convinced that he could make up for it later, or that he could somehow get away with it. But his lack of effort caught up with him, and he failed several exams in a row. His parents were disappointed and frustrated, and they tried everything they could to motivate him. They offered rewards, punishments, and even tutoring, but nothing seemed to work. Max's attitude towards his studies began to change when he realized that his friends were all doing well in school and were succeeding in their exams. He felt left behind and excluded from their conversations and activities. He began to feel the weight of his laziness and the shame of his bad grades. He knew he had to do something to turn things around. Max started to study harder and more consistently. He made a schedule for himself and stuck to it. He sought help from his teachers and classmates when he needed it. Slowly but surely, his grades started to improve. He was amazed at how much he had been able to learn and how much more confident he felt about himself. As he worked harder and harder, Max began to realize that he had been missing out on so much by not taking his studies seriously. He discovered a whole new world of knowledge and ideas that he had never considered before. He began to see the value of education and how it could open doors for him in the future. Max's hard work paid off, and he was eventually able to catch up with his classmates. He passed his exams with flying colors and even received a few awards for his outstanding performance. His parents and teachers were amazed at his transformation, and they praised him for his efforts. Max learned an important lesson about the consequences of laziness and the rewards of hard work. He realized that success in life requires effort and dedication, and he vowed to never neglect his studies again.